So we're here, and this is the Trump protests. We're gonna make a big difference here because protesting all the way in Vancouver really does a big deal in America. So let's go. We're on our way to the Trump protest because they don't like artificial tanning, and they don't like this president because he's warmongering, unlike any other president. It's this president alone is warmongering and divisive and creates hate. So we're gonna go there and we're gonna do some filming. Hopefully people are gonna speak their minds of some articulated reasons why they have a problem with this president and, you know, what they hope to accomplish. I can't tell if they're protesting the president or the apprentice or the building, but I'm sure we'll hear some very loud opinions about all three of those things. You guys don't mind if I film this protest? Cool. So we can archive it and put it on YouTube, and then other people can watch it. This is the dawn of contemporary fascism. And this girl's pretty happy about that.
Yay, fascism!
Yeah.
Don't make it fun crying.
I could add a Snapchat filter.
What? No, that's me, Trump senpai.
Can I ask you a few questions?
What?
Can I ask you some questions?
I guess.
What did you not like about this election?
Trump. Just straight up.
And what is it about Trump that rubbed you the wrong way the worst?
He's racist and sexist and anti-gay, just like the Trump says. I mean, he doesn't know how to run a government.
Mm-hmm.
He really doesn't. He doesn't. The problem is he's like, I'm going to drink swamp with lobbyists, and now there's a bunch of lobbyists. He's like, well, who's the one thing that's going to pay for it? He's like, LOL, taking that back now.
I guess you're not fond of The Apprentice much either. What do you think is really upsetting about this election as opposed to other elections?
Opposed to other elections?
Yeah. Like what makes it different?
I don't think it's that much different. A puppet was chosen and a puppet won. But also just the blatant hate. People's acceptance of blatant hate. That was the number one issue. Acceptance of blatant racism and sexism and misogyny. And people not caring about it for anything.
Personally, I think Omarosa should have won. What makes this election stand out from other elections?
Just that its platform is 100% racism, homophobia, anti-women, anti-immigrants. It's just really alarming hatred. That was the whole platform.
What were some policies in particular that you particularly had a bone to pick with?
He doesn't really have a lot of policies. He doesn't really talk about policies that much. It's just racism. Like his platform about building a wall that already exists and deporting all of the undocumented immigrants and making Muslims sign up and not allowing them into the country. It's just like pretty reminiscent of the terrible times the world started.
As we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous. Today, our immigration system is broken, and everybody knows it. If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. We expect people who live in this country to play by the rules. We expect that those who cut the line will not be unfairly rewarded. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century.
There's a lot to talk about in this election. I mean, it's pretty eye-opening how just generally a lot of it's pretty negative and pretty scary.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to, like, hate crime has gone up.
And they beating up every white person. They jumping every white person. When no white person come down, Sherman. He white. Beat his shit. Beat
Hey,
How's it going, dude?
it's going pretty good. I like your shirt.
Thank you, sir.
It's big. I like the biggie. I like the biggie smalls.
Awesome, dude. I like your toe shoes.
My Vibrams, yeah. Classic shoes.
Donald Trump, go away! Racist, fascist, anti-gay! 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 Donald Trump, go away! Racist, fascist, anti-gay!
So, why are you here?
Racist, fascist, anti-gay!
I'm here to support equality.
You're here to support equality.
Equality on every single level.
Some would say Donald Trump was democratically elected. Why all the uproar? Some people would say that.
Well, I had to say I have to question the system of democracy when people are only given two choices. And there's obviously a country full of people that aren't happy and healthy. And so it needs to be questioned whether or not it's a perfect system, a system that even needs to be used, I think is the point right now.
So I guess, are you worried that there's a bigot in the White House now?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I think he's giving, he's kind of, for me at this point, he's the poster boy for all the things he says. And so he's validating.
Like war?
He's validating that it's okay to be at war, it's okay to be a businessman and go
It's okay
bankrupt.
to drone strike?
Exactly, because we want to live in a society where people, are validated and are allowed to just be themselves. It should be that simple, but politics doesn't make it that way. He's validating a lot of things and putting a face on a lot of things that I think a lot of Americans are, that they're not even owning up to, and now they are. So
Are you saying that the Americans that voted for him are also bigots, or?
I can't say that about every single individual,
But
but
what are they owning up to if they do support him?
I think his right to be president gives them the right to support someone like him to be president, if you know what I mean.
So they admire him because he's a celebrity.
I think on many levels, because he's a celebrity, he's not a self-made man, but he's a businessman and he's been successful. So he puts a face on that people like, because then it gives them permission to live the American dream. Again, for me, it all comes down to equality and human rights. People's right to be themselves, express themselves, pursue the life they want to. I don't see it being an option for a lot of people down there within the system, and that's what's not nice. It's not fair. So
Cool.
I don't think you understand how racist America is. Like, if you look at the statistics for who voted, it's all
Also, there's a lot. Also,
White men in rural areas who are not college educated, who,
we're educated.
but majority of them are not college educated, who are in the middle of America, in rural areas, as opposed to urban areas.
Anything that Clinton would potentially have done that's negative, Trump will also do, but much worse.
Right, okay.
So there's really no, there's no change to a Trump presidency.
Right.
And people who defend Trump by attacking Clinton are just ignoring the fact that everything that they hate about Clinton, Trump also does, on top of all of the racism and sexism.
So you think primarily the motivating vote for Trump was inspired by racism?
Yeah, I feel bad for the people who think that he's gonna change like the economy and like do all the things he's promised, because he's not gonna do it, and he's gonna screw us over. Like, it's also like sexism too, because if you see like people do like interviews, like Hillary can't be president because she's a woman and her husband has to be a man. Even like
Who are people saying that?
they'll like go to like middle America, like rural areas where at Trump rallies. Oh, Trump rallies are the worst. Especially when
Well, this sign has some stuff on the back of it. I don't know how effective that is, but so this sign says on the back, Donald Trump, piece of shit, no fascism, smash it. That's pretty cool. The biggest things that you didn't like about Trump, basically the bigotry. The bigotry and the hate speech and the fundamentalism that he espoused. He's not a career politician. We should have career politicians.
Which really scares me a lot. Like a lot of dictators that are really like,
Yeah.
he's like, hey, my friend, I like that.
Yeah.
He was talking about having a blind trust for his company, and he was giving it to the blind trust money.
So he wants the security clearance for his children, so you can talk to them probably about aliens. This guy's signs say, one voice cannot do anything, but many voices can start a revolution. Pretty cool.
You gotta realize if you say all these things out loud, people are gonna think it's okay. They're gonna think that calling Mexicans rapists, like attacking people and telling people to like attack the media is like okay. And like if like a guy who's fucking president now can say that, why can't I? Why can't I do that shit to people?
What do you think about this election? You don't think about it? Try not to?
The way he has set things in his heart is like not humanized. Doesn't have respect for all cultures. And the way he talks is like he's always got to put things down. Like what he did with Hillary. Like, everybody has their faults, but him, he's a vendetta with him. He wants everything to be his way or no way. So I don't think he should be in there.
And who would you have supported in the election?
Oh, I voted for Hillary Clinton.
I don't know why that's funny. I don't find it funny at all.
I'm sorry, a little note of levity at 7:15.
If I was to choose, I would have voted green for Josephine.
Okay, and what of her policies did you like?
Pro-Palestine, she was forgiving student debt, she was anti-war, she was pro-green, she was at the Notre Dame pipeline protest, left-wing, true left-wing policy.
And is that all? Did you like her trying to raise the minimum wage?
Yeah, for sure. I protested the failing for 15 2 times.
Pretty cool. All right, cool. Who would you have supported before Hillary and Trump were the final Republican and Democratic nominees? Would you?
I voted for Bernie Sanders in the primaries.
Right. Okay. What of his policies did you like?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a relatively politically aware citizen. I don't read legislation.
Who would you have supported in the election if you could? And this is not just like anyone including the people in the primaries.
I didn't investigate it deeply enough. I'm not in the US of A, so I kept track of the big two plus Bernie Sanders. I kept an eye on those people. I didn't look at anyone beyond that because I knew it wouldn't come to that anyway. Anyone that had any semblance of buying into the system, I wouldn't have had support for, but I don't know who else there is because I didn't look into it.
So you were kind of pro-Bernie and Hillary.
If I was pro anyone, it would have been Bernie just for the ideas that he put out there, although he's still a politician, so I'm not sure if I would have supported anybody, but that's why we're living in such interesting times.
I guess it was somewhat of a letdown when he backed out of the candidacy and out of the running and retired to his vacation home that he bought. I guess that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
So what is it about him that appealed to you, though?
The thing that appealed to me was the... I think that with Bernie Sanders, if you didn't agree with anything that he said, except the getting money out of politics and getting rid of voter suppression,
I'm Ami Horowitz, and I'm here in Berkeley, California to find out if voter ID laws suppress the black vote. Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely.
Tell us how.
Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works. I also think there's a repression of like black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, like you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the like African Americans.
Now I'm here in East Harlem to ask black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No. Everyone that I know has an ID.
That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Because I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so like, we know what we need to carry around.
Do you know any black adult who does not have ID?
No, I don't.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes, it is.
I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Really?
What does that say to you?
I know it's on 25th. It's on 125th Street and 3rd Avenue, I believe.
You know how to get there?
Yeah.
Would you have a problem getting there if you had to get there?
No.
You know how to get to the DMV?
Of course.
You know where it is?
Yes.
You can get there?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
No problem.
Just checking.
Okay.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
That's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet. Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
I had access to the internet for years.
You know how to use it properly, right?
Exactly. I do it at work. So, of course, I know how to use it. My kids know how to use it. They all have iPads, iPods, whatever.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception of black people?
They're pretty much ignorant. That's why my thought process on it.
I just think that's ignorant.
Ignorant.
Ignorant. That's the word I'm hearing a lot.
Ignorant.
Ignorant.
Very, very ignorant.
Does it sound racist for somebody to say that?
I think it is a little racist because, you know, you're putting people in a category and you have no idea what you're talking about.
You're judging somebody, like, but you're judging them because they're black, saying that they don't got it.
Do you have a problem that if you go to vote and they say, can we please see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are? Are you
Love showing my ID.
You got no problem with that?
Nope.
Would you have a problem if when you go to vote, if they say, can we please just see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are? Do you have an issue with that?
No.
Would you have an issue if there was a rule saying you got to show your ID before you vote?
Nah.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
I think that it would have been worth it to have him as president to sort of change the way that politicians are able to, you know, have one foot in the business world and one foot in politics.
So I guess it really angered you when it came out that Hillary's party suppressed his candidacy in the DNC and made him less viable as an option.
Absolutely. I think that wasn't a good thing to do. But I think that all of the people who don't support Hillary because of that, I don't know. I think that's bullshit. I think that it's, yeah, the DNC kind of fucked up. But that's no excuse to support Trump or condone anything that...
Because he's a bigot.
He's so much more than a bigot.
What else is he besides a bigot?
I think he's incredibly dangerous. Like, look at his... Well, he's a pathological liar, for one thing. He's a bigot. And every platform that he ran on, everybody who supported him because of the things that he ran on, I don't expect him to keep his word on any of those things. Look at his cabinet appointment so far.
Who would you have supported if you could have voted?
That's a very good question. I probably would have voted. You know, like if I was American president, I guess I probably would have voted. But previous to that, of course, Bernie.
So you really didn't like that he was thinking of trying to make a wall?
No, not that he was going to make a wall. His wall's already
joke at all. I think this is really serious. I mean, because you know, like you said, we have a racist in the White House right now, and it's pretty alarming.
Yeah.
These guys look like nice guys. They're pretty well dressed. I think they have good jobs, probably. Yeah, get a thumbs up from that guy. That's cool. Okay, so you're a fan of Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
What about her policies do you like?
The fact that she's not Donald Trump.
Okay.
Wow. I think that she's a slightly left of center, stereotypical politician. She's a career politician. And that by definition isn't, you know, the best kind of person.
Yeah.
Because he knows how to play with the crowd. And for like Hillary, they just focus on her emails. And it's like, this is like one thing about her.
Yeah.
Well, he has like
Whereas, you know, Trump had that gross video from like 11 years ago that was like...
I was gonna say about the rape case, but that got dropped after.
Yeah, the person dropped out under investigation by the FBI.
Yeah.
Because of her...
And she had like two witnesses, which is so hard to get in a rape case.
What do you say about Trump saying that he has a lot of emails from a lot of those rape accusers, or after he apparently raped them, they tried to go to work for him? Like after he raped them.
Let's see him. Come on, show us. Yeah. Just like you showed us.
Fuck words. Fuck this president. Fuck Islamophobic. Fuck transphobia. Fuck homophobia. Fuck racist. Fuck Trump. It's cool. More fuck Trump. More fuck Trump. Scared for minority lives. The world won't let Trump be Trump. We will stop him. You are a bad man, sir. I mean, and you know, Tom Greene was on The Apprentice, and look how that turned out for him.
Did he win?
No, he got fired.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I mean,
And he's kind of dropped off the radar as of late.
yeah.
Maybe it's because of being on The Apprentice, because now there's that sore association.
Do the Donald Trump.
I am so saddened to hear that, and I say stop it if it helps. I will say this, and I'll say it right to the camera, stop it.
Do you think that's better than like the host of The Apprentice becoming president?
Absolutely.
Right, okay.
Absolutely. And I think that Clinton would have continued building on some of the policies that Obama started.
Like drone strikes?
No, like universal health care.
Right, Obamacare. What appealed to you about a Hillary presidency?
She at least, like, she knew what she was doing. Doing this for years. Like, yeah, she knows what she's doing. And she's like run her country down. And she's not racist or sexist or anything. Yeah. Like,
I mean, she was kind of anti-gay until 2013 when she opposed same-sex marriage. Yeah.
Do I think he's homophobic? Most likely. But yeah, like I don't have a direct comment on that. Cool. About homophobia.
All right. Thanks.
No problem.
People really like gay flags. It's pretty, I guess. It's pretty cool.
and especially with the sex scandals.
Yeah.
When the sex scandals came out, that was so.
Like what? Like, are you referring to Jeffrey Epstein? Right. What do you guys think about Jeffrey Epstein and Lolita Island and Lolita Express and Bill Clinton being on an airplane over 20 times that would belong to a billionaire that's now being investigated for child prostitutes? And
Are you talking about? Are you just talking about Bill Clinton? Was Hillary Clinton in that?
no, I'm just asking what you think about it.
Oh, okay.
Do you think it's concerning? Do you think it would affect Hillary Clinton in any way?
People always focus still on like his scandal from like when he was like president, right? Yeah.
You're going to Yeah.
so focused on that, but it's like that was years ago. And also, it was Bill Clinton who was not running for president. His wife is. Yeah.
And they're two different people. They have nothing. They have nothing to do with each other. This guy really liked Jill Stein. Jill Stein.
I want to fly away. I want to fly away. Yeah.
I mean, you got married together. Yeah, they're married. You can't treat them as like being one. Marriage is not like one person. They're both individual. Yeah, and she's not responsible for it. Like, there was a lot of people like, if she can't control her husband, how can she control the government? It's like, you can't.
That's kind of.
That's also like really sexist.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It is really sexist. Like,
Oh, this one's a good one. This one pretty much says it all right there. Was it at least a good thing when he held up the gay flag at a Republican party and he got a roaring applause for that? A bunch of people were roaring him saying that he's going to be LGBT's president and he's going to protect them.
think about his vice president like him.
Yeah, that's true.
Elected by gays.
Do you know about Milo Yiannopoulos? What do you guys think about that guy?
From sea to shining sea.
Piece of shit.
What do you think about Milo Yiannopoulos also think that gay conversion therapy clinics are all right? He thinks that if people want to not be gay, that should be their choice.
You're just not be gay. No one, with how gays are treated, tortured? Yeah, with how gays are treated, no one wants to be treated that way. No. Like, you're like talking, you're thinking to yourself, no way I can be that because, like, my family thinks that those are, like, terrible, or my community is, like, fully against it. Like, I don't want to be that. So, like, but then you have kids that want to be that have, like, that kind of, that, like, self-worth. You know what? Like, I want to be who I am. I want to show everyone who I am. And then their parents just sign them off to this. And it's scary because, like, you hear a lot of people, like, killing themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of reports of transgender people committing suicide following. Yeah. What do you guys think about Steve Bannon?
Like his
Steve Bannon.
Yeah, like Bannon.
Who's the guy who wrote for Breitbart?
Absolutely.
Who started helped run Breitbart.
Yeah, yeah. That guy is actually like objectively a bad human being.
What about him? Do you not like?
I don't like his anti-Semitism. Is like he's a white supremacist.
So have you guys read any Breitbart articles?
Oh yeah. What? It's good to know what the enemy is thinking.
Yeah. Breitbart is a journalism group that is run by Steve Bannon that Milo Yiannopoulos writes for. Have you read any Breitbart articles?
I've not.
Oh, well, we're pretty scared. Breitbart, yeah, that's the journalism agency that he helps run, which people are calling him a white supremacist for. It's for running the journalism agency because the articles, because of the articles written by Milo Yiannopoulos. You know about Milo Yiannopoulos?
I don't. Tell me.
He's a gay, conservative journalist who's ethnically Jewish but religiously Catholic, who has written that feminism is worse than cancer and that women are more depressed because of the invention of birth control and the laundry machine, and that if a pharmaceutical company were to make...
Did you say the laundry machine?
Yes, where they write about how feminism is worse than cancer and... And what do you guys think about the article he wrote where he thought that women are depressed because of the birth control and the laundry machine?
What does that even like mean?
It means that they were happier when they weren't on medication that has been shown to be linked to depression, and also because they don't have their roles around the house anymore, was the argument.
Laundry, I just like feel sadness inside. I guess and then when I look at birth control money, so much. It's so expensive.
What do you think about the argument that he made where if he could take a pill to be not gay anymore, he would, because he thinks that he'd be better if he wasn't gay, and he thinks anyone would be. No?
Because, like, it's so, I think it's so hurtful to, like, think about yourself like that. To just, like, if I, like, to change something about yourself. We have so much hate, like, self-hate and, like, terrible self-worth. A lot of people don't do self-hate because they're gay, but it's not bad. It's because of the hate that they get. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Wow, sounds like a pretty shitty place to be in. I feel bad for the guy. Like, nobody should think that they're, I don't know, objectively bad. I think that's not a very healthy place to be.
No one, even Trump? Trump shouldn't think that he's objectively bad?
I think that nobody knew. I think that if Trump believed that he was objectively bad, he would change. Yeah, you can change what you do, you can change how you act, you can change your opinions and your actions, but something like your sexual orientation that you can't necessarily change, I don't think you should feel bad about something like that.
You should, like, realize you're wrong. Like, Trump.
And some people would say the 3 strikes policy, which caused a lot of mass incarceration, was a little bit racist. Or if you get 3 strikes for nonviolent crimes, then you're eligible for 20 to life for the 3rd strike. And it's caused a lot of the mass incarceration in America.
I don't think I've heard about that. I think I have to look that up. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No worries.
A lot of the problems was that the media was really focused on blowing up Hillary's emails, which were terrible. I will admit like Trump has done so. Yeah, they weren't.
Have you read some of the emails?
I read like a summary of it when they first came out, when they started in like the very end of the election, when they're like, we found new evidence. The fucking dick pic.
So you didn't hear about the DNC referring to Latinos as the taco bowl, or
I mean, it's better than being called a rapist or like a drug dealer.
Or saying that they're hoping that their voter turnout, their target demographic was the uneducated, or that they were going to attack Bernie Sanders over his atheism, and if that didn't work, they're going to attack him over his Judaism.
I mean, yeah, that's actually a Democrat, so I mean,
Are you saying because Bernie's a socialist?
Yeah. He's a democratic socialist. Yeah, because he.
Some people would say a Scandinavian socialist.
He ran as a Democrat. Yeah. That's true.
Some people say that Trump is not actually a conservative and he just ran as a Republican. So I guess what you're saying is that if you wish that people who were going to vote Trump looked into what he was all about and his policies and what he actually wanted to accomplish before voting for him?
Yeah, I wish. I have a friend who, her mom actually did vote for Trump in Seattle. And like, her reason for voting for Trump is literally like, she's like, oh yeah, because he's a man and he's good. And we're like, but no, he's like racist. So she's like, no, the media's just like saying that. He doesn't actually say that. Like, I'm a Mexican American, so I'm really scared for like a lot of my friends that are Mexicans.
Do you know a lot of people who are going to be trying to come to Canada?
Yeah, my family. My little brother has decided to not go to college in the U.S. and trying to get up into Canada. Yes, I have a lot of friends who are in the LGBTQ community, and they're all trying to like come up here and transfer next year. They're like really freaked out, even though we're in like Seattle. And that's like
Trump supporters endanger minorities.
Matter of fact, come your ass up. I want your ass to drink some toilet water. My mama. Hey, this ass can drink some toilet water, bitch. Drink that shit, hell yeah. Drink that shit. Man, drink that shit. Drink that shit. Bust your face over. You ain't drinking it, bro. Drink that shit. Drinking it, bro. Drink that shit. Drink that shit. Drink that shit. Drink that shit, boy. Drink that shit. Boy, drink that shit, boy. We got 3 more coming, boy. Bro, you fuck. Like, get the fuck up, bro. Fuck up, right? Get down. Get out. Now say fuck Trump. Huh? Now say fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Who did you vote? Are you an American citizen?
No, but I would have supported Bernie. I'm a Bernie bro because I think that like everything should be free. I think that like if anyone wants to be on disability, they should be able to be on disability. If they're feeling too anxious to get up in the morning, they shouldn't have to worry about who's gonna pay for their cats to eat food or whatever. I think that like because the technology exists for people to have whatever they need. Because of like modern robotics and infrastructure and factory work and.
I don't think that's what Bernie Sanders is advocating.
Cool. So you guys didn't really think that Gary Johnson or J.L. Stein were viable options?
No, that's stupid.
Yeah? Okay.
You're throwing away your vote. You're throwing away your vote so hard. I mean, you can't say third party.
What would you do if you were elected about Aleppo? About Aleppo. And what is Aleppo? You kidding? No. Aleppo is in Syria. It's the epicenter of the refugee crisis. Okay, got it.
Well, you wanted to make education free. You wanted to increase the minimum wage. You wanted to get money out of politics. He wanted to advocate for gun control. He wanted to.
I think that all of those things are good, but he was never advocating for just like a comfortable life for free.
Yeah, but step in the right direction.
But do you think that that should be a right, just like a comfortable life?
Well, I think that like people should be able to not go to work if they feel like they can't.
Absolutely. I think that everybody should have opportunity.
Yeah.
Everybody should be entitled to opportunity, but that doesn't mean that they should get everything for free.
Okay. Well,
and a society just can't run if everyone wants.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's very thoughtful.
What?
That's very thoughtful.
Yeah. I guess.
Are you cold?
Yes.
Yeah? I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I can't do anything. I'm cold too.
So, you think there are only two choices? Is that because you don't think that Gary Johnson and Jill Stein were good choices?
Well, it's not that they're not good choices. There are more choices, but it's the awareness. Americans buy into the fact that they only have two choices, and half the people didn't even vote. So, a system in which half the people vote and half the people only choose for two people isn't really a system.
Actually, 48% of people who were registered to vote didn't vote, which means that a bunch of people didn't vote.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a big number, and that's a problem unto itself. So if people thought they had the power to vote, they would be out there voting. So I think a lot of people are already disenchanted, and it's obvious. And I'm here to just tell people that they have some semblance of power in their lives, and it's up to us each to express ourselves and do what we can with or without the system.
So not a Jeb Bush fan.
What did you say, Bush? Yeah,
not a Jeb Bush fan.
I know who Jeb Bush is, but not a Jeb Bush fan.
Well, as for my parents, they were rooting for Jeb Bush this election, so it was kind of frustrating at home. They really liked the Bush dynasty, so they wanted to see a little bit more of that.
And that's again the trouble with the system. A lot of people vote for a dynasty, a party, an ideology instead of voting for a person. And I don't support anybody, quite honestly.
Like the Clintons.
Anybody, like the Clintons. I think it would have been equally as scary in its own way. A lot of people would have voted for her just like they voted for Barack Obama because he was black, and it looked like they were being very open-minded. But in the end,
it's a shame that he didn't shut down Guantanamo Bay, huh?
Well, exactly. Yeah, he didn't do something he said he was going to do right away. And already I hear rumblings of Trump going back on some of the things he said. He's not even president yet, and I already hear him wafting on things like NAFTA and selecting his cabinet from amongst people that are
the wall and gay marriage and
it's a very extreme point of view and
locking her up.
Yeah, locking her up, exactly. Quite honestly, I think in his own weird way, Donald Trump has got people talking and raised awareness about the issues we're here to talk about.
Well, I actually agree with that. I agree with everything she said.
I mean, America's been a pretty equal power worldwide for a very long time, and it's probably been the but still super disappointing. It's really sad.
What do you think about all the people that didn't vote?
Like for some people it's hard. Like I can't be like everyone just like didn't do it because they had to, because they just hated the election or anything like that. Well, I was just like voter ID laws, voter suppression, and it's on like a fucking Tuesday. People gotta work. They have to work for their like paychecks and stuff, especially for the lower class. They can't.
I'm pretty sure there are some on the alt-right would say that hurts Trump too, because a lot of the people that vote for him are people who are working and didn't go to college and have just been working and
But then they have like
they have their lives.
that are like, yeah, sure, go vote for Trump.
Honestly, just not thinking about Trump or Hillary at all. Just like our voting system is so like messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, even Trump was like, I think the electoral college.
His tweet, it was like,
yeah, the electoral college is stupid.
sad.
I love how we know all these things about Trump. We know we don't like him.
Because he's so like.
And it's a shame that if Hillary was more in the news, people might know more about Hillary. And if Bernie was more in the news, people might know more about Bernie.
And a lot of people didn't vote.
Yeah.
Like you look at the
48% of people who were registered to vote didn't vote, which means that probably around 2/3 of people who were eligible to vote didn't vote. So at the very least.
That's because none of them cared for either, right?
Yeah.
They both had their ups and downs in life. A lot of people who didn't vote, now they're trying to say things, but they got no voice because they didn't vote.
Apparently 60% of protesters who have been arrested didn't vote and weren't registered to vote.
Yeah, so that's not good.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, there's another sign. Let's see what it says. It says, make way for magic. Make way for objective mysteries. Make way for love. Make way for necessities.
It's true what media said, that there were things that were put on social media about certain things and people believed it, but it wasn't, it was fake. So.
Some pink hair, it's pretty cool. All hairstyles here coming together. Long and short, curly, streaked, pink.
Yeah, that's really scary how we try to turn the media against us.
Like, that's not it. And it's like.
So you think that like the criticism of the media is just largely conspiracy theories?
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's just like him saying that they were colluding with Hillary and that they helped her rig the elections and the.
This is hilarious. I love the rig the election thing because like.
Well, they're claiming that 3 million illegal immigrants voted in the election, and they're claiming that a lot of dead people voted in the election, and that she helped rig the debates, and she was informed of questions prior to the debates.
I think this looks just fucking stupid. Yeah, I think it's funny how people at the right wing talk about the amendments, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, and they don't even know the First Amendment, which is the right of free speech, which is what the media gives us. It's our right. And just like it's some people's rights, like there are our rights to speak up against it, and for the media to speak up against these things, like transgressions that he has. And when Trump tries to like say that the media is trying to like distort us to everything like that, and like not true, and try to like attack them, it's attacking the right of free speech.
He appeared to mock a reporter with a disability. Take a look.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
And I watched a general recently on television, and they said to him, "What do you think about ISIS?" "Oh, ISIS is very tough."
They said, Senator Cruz, what do you think of waterboarding? I don't want to talk about it. You know, he didn't want to talk about waterboarding because too controversial. And I'm saying to myself, they're chopping off heads. He doesn't want to talk about waterboarding.
In all fairness to the banks, they're run by the regulators. When you see the president of the bank, I mentioned the word regulator. Yeah, I don't consider myself a workaholic. I mean, I work, but it's not work. It's like you. I mean, I love what I do, so it's no longer work. It's not like work. I mean, work to me is going on a 2-week vacation. If somebody said you have to go away for 2 weeks, you're going to Africa on a safari, there's not going to be any phones, you know what? You get me out of here, right?
So do you think that if Hillary were elected, do you think that what she said about maybe tightening up right-wing extremist journalists like Breitbart and InfoWars is a good idea?
I want to say yes, but it's like still the right to free speech. Yeah, it's hard to say. Like the moral part of me is just like, yeah, fucking do it.
Also interesting to remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us. And in full disclosure, let's take a look at what is in there and what it means.
Do you want to give your opinion on this election?
Who are you filming for?
Oh, I didn't vote because I'm a Canadian citizen, but I would have voted for Bernie in the primaries. I'm a Bernie bro.
No, but who are you filming for?
Oh, I'm filming to put on YouTube because then people can be part of the protests online. Oh, I'm not on a channel yet. I just thought that I had access to a camera and I would make a channel and put it on YouTube.
No.
No? Okay, that's cool. I'll blur out your face.
You know what? I've already been yelling at reporters all day, so I'm okay.
All right.
What's your channel? What's your channel?
I don't have a channel yet, but I will be making one tonight.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Right to do that. And it sucks that they have a right to do that, but they do. I think cracking down on the groups that religiously follow that, the KKK is still a thing. Yeah, that's not it's speech at that point. It's like hate. It's hairy. It's a terrorist group. It's really hard to stigmatize hate speech and free speech. And I think that's something we're still trying to get to, especially with Twitter and stuff like that.
Do you think WikiLeaks is good or bad?
Ask me the hard question. I don't know. That's a hard. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say that.
That's fine. I don't want to put you on the spot there. I mean,
You're also starting up a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Right on.
I'm gonna try and archive this protest. Commentary.
Me as well.
Cool.
Yeah. What's your little stance on the thing?
I was a Bernie supporter.
Right on.
I think that coming together and making life cheaper for everyone, it's good in the long run.
Absolutely.
Making costs go down, making education go up, making
education.
Universal education was pretty good.
Like bringing up the standard of education.
Bringing up the education standards and then letting schools have free tuition and.
I'm Lyle Tillman, and I'm standing outside the biggest bargain center in the world, the United States government. The bargains are all inside. It's true. There are government agencies that'll give you a free computer, free long-distance service, even a free bag of money. But you gotta know where to look. That's why I put it all down.
I would say his stance on gun control had a lot of heart to it, and then I would say that his stance on Israel is a little bit alarming because I'm a little bit worried about any nation's crimes against humanity. But you know, you can't pick and choose, can't cherry pick everything.
Yeah, you can't get everything in one basket.
Do you think that these protests might actually be able to get the electors to not choose him on December 10th and instead choose Hillary?
Honestly, no.
Because they're capable of faithless voting, which means that they can vote for someone that is not the person who won the electoral vote or the popular vote. They can just vote for whoever they want. Do you think that would be better if they didn't elect him as president, as the democratically elected president? No? Okay. And do you think that these protests make a difference?
Yeah, absolutely.
No one's expecting the protests to keep him from becoming president. People are trying to keep Trump from becoming normalized. Like, unless people stand up and point out every shitty thing that he does, it'll just become the new norm, and then, I don't know, that would make the terrible society that Americans become.
I guess the thing I'm confused about the rallies out here is I just don't see how anything's going to get done from them. I understand that there's people videotaping, but as Canadians in Canada, I guess I don't exactly see where it's going to go.
I like your shoes, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Stylish.
Yeah.
My parents have those, so.
That's a true Bernie bro. My parents have those. That's cool.
It's really interesting. Does he like feel everything?
I guess one of the reasons I'm here, I'm not for Trump at all. I'm obviously not for Hillary either.
DNC leaks are pretty alarming.
Yeah, all that stuff is terrifying.
Yeah.
So, do you think this protest is going to make a difference?
I think it's going to help raise an awareness, and that's like, I mean, we're away from home, and there's not a lot we can do. But when we heard these protests were going on, we were like, we can do something. We can actually be out here and like making some difference.
All right. Do you feel in a lot of like a lot of change is going to take place tonight?
Tonight?
This is going to go on YouTube. I mean, I'm going to archive this. People are going to be able to be part of this protest online.
I mean, I think it's good that people are here and protesting. I don't think anybody's expecting, the 30, 40 people out here. I don't think anyone's expecting that to.
I was hoping more people were going to show up, but I guess it's because of the rain.
Yeah. It's raining as well.
Yeah. It's real wet. I mean, that's Vancouver, I guess.
Vancouver.
But still, right? Like, we should stand here and say, not my president.
So what's your whole view on the Trump extravaganza here?
The whole this protest here, I think, hopefully it'll make a big difference.
All right, right on.
This guy's from Assassin's Creed over here. It's a Counter-Strike terrorist just hanging out with us.
Or like, stopwatch? Stopwatch?
Cop watch?
No. It was, shit. It's a video game. It was that hacking video game with the phone. Oh, Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs. I
Yes.
looked it up. It's a dog watch. Dog watch. Get a Watch Dogs.
Like, there's no one out here protesting the election of Rodrigo Duterte in the Philippines.
Yeah, that was just pretty alarming, and it's a shame that no one really cared about Obama's drone strikes or the fact that he didn't shut down Guantanamo Bay or.
Yeah, there's obviously lots of issues that didn't get resolved like that. That he did bank on, which I can only assume a lot of the disaffected party supporters under Trump for, I assume.
Yeah. And then some Spanish. Oh, there's some cool guys inside. They're in their cool suits. You guys are pretty cool. I bet you guys watched The Apprentice growing up. Me too. A lot of libertarians and anti-establishment and people who voted for Obama wound up voting for Trump because they thought that would somehow be a difference as opposed to the way the establishment's been going normally. And they didn't like the drone strikes, and they didn't like that Guantanamo Bay wasn't shut down. They didn't like that America is more in debt than it ever has been in before. They don't like that Obama has deported more people of color than any president before. They didn't like that he assassinated an American citizen who was 15, who had been out of contact with his dad for 5 years, and the reason why they assassinated him was because of his father apparently joining militant extremism in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a shame.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you think there's going to be any outcome that comes out of this?
Hopefully the electors are gonna not choose Trump in December 10th and pick someone else as a faithless voter.
It's kind of a done deal now.
Maybe.
As weird as it seems, like there is apparently some shady shit that happened.
I mean, there'd probably be a fair bit of civil war and unrest if they did choose a different election.
I think going against the democratic process would be
maybe. Maybe it was what George Soros wanted all along. Maybe.
I don't know anything about George Soros. But
oh, he's quite the character. Yeah. He's banned from Russia now.
I hear his name kind of as a buzzword. I haven't exactly put any time into figuring out exactly who he is.
So you're not a fan of Hillary?
No.
Who would you have had won?
I wouldn't have picked either of them. My view on it was, with a gun in my head, I would vote Hillary. But I think there is like a valid argument to be had that in the long term, having Trump as president may be a blessing in disguise, I guess, for the simple fact that the pendulum is always swinging. That's going to be a thing. So I think the fact that things might get pushed so far to the right that in 4 years there might actually be someone that can win. The Democratic Party is obviously not doing well.
Were you a fan of the Libertarian Party or the Green Party or the Constitutional Party?
I don't know about the Constitutional Party. I like the idea of eventually when things are getting completely automated, when a lot of jobs are out, having a living wage. I think there's good merits to that. I also do agree with a lot of libertarian things of if you're going to be in business, having restrictions on how much you can grow as a business is bad in some levels.
No to sexism, racism, nationalism, and fascism. Donald Trump, go away. Revolution is underway. Both Democrats and Republicans as the political agents of Wall Street, no more or lesser evil. Cool. And
I don't know if you've heard of Peter Schiff.
What do you have to say about Peter Schiff?
I just found out about him a little while ago, and he seems like quite a character. I probably just heard about him 5 days ago. I still have yet to develop an opinion on him, but he does make a lot of valid points. What's your opinion?
I haven't heard the name, but I'll be looking it up tonight.
Okay, yeah. He went to the Occupy Wall Street events, and specifically the one in New York. He was basically out there stating that he is a 1%er. He's a multi-millionaire. He owns a lot of different businesses of his own. He was out there in the Occupy Wall Street movement trying to at least open a dialogue with the people that were there with himself, who he states as a 1%er that is he's on the other side of their argument. So he's a libertarian. He has a lot of really good points about how business can be run and how.
So you're not a fan of raising the minimum wage, then, are you?
I don't have a solid opinion on it because we haven't exactly seen it raised. Which if you asked me 2 years ago, I'd say absolutely yes, do it. I think we can do it in Canada just fine. I think a lot of places in the States. Just the whole financial climate out there is way different than what we have, and I do think Canada it would be a lot easier to integrate it in an easy way. But I don't know, I don't have the proper economical training to really know what that will do to the economy. So basically, we would have to either do it and see what happens, and if it's a bad result, we would have to go back on it. And I'm not set into any political identity. I think just trying things out and fucking up is in human nature, so that should be in political nature as well. Like, if you subscribe to something, like we should allow on some level for politicians to fuck up and allow them to acknowledge that they fuck up and go back on that and have a valid platform to actually like say, okay, this didn't work, we're gonna try something else. And with everybody getting so radicalized lately, it's become difficult to have conversations like that without everybody getting like really angry at trying different ideas and saying exactly what will work in the end instead of just fighting about what we can do here and now.
Cool guys. All right, well, it's cool talking to you, bro.
Hey, you too, man. What's your name?
Brendan.
Brendan? Andy.
Nice to meet you, Andy.
Pleasure to
Maybe we'll
meet
see
you.
each other's videos on the YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good one, dude.
You too. It's groups thinned out a bit. You had a little bit more in it earlier. It's a shame. Doesn't matter. We all came out. What do you think is the most bigoted thing that he said? That's hard to pick, right? Yeah.
The most bigoted thing that he said, you can't qualify what was more bigoted than the other. What he said about immigrants or Mexicans, or what he said about women, like, how do you choose which ism is more important?
Cool. What was really upsetting about this election for you? Anything in particular?
I guess just it was upsetting. I guess it just seemed like a big joke. Then it really seemed like, oh, it's not really a joke though.
Good point. That's a good sign. What do you think this will accomplish, this protest?
Hopefully just raise awareness that things that happen in the States affect us all, and that you can't elect a racist, sexist, misogynist without people reacting. And hopefully it inspires the left-wing working class to get out and organize.
We vote Trump, damn it! You voted Trump! You voted Trump! Yeah! Yeah, he voted Trump!
Do you think it was homophobic what he said at the Orlando shooting after?
I don't know the direct quote for that.
Where he was talking about how he's going to protect gays from militant fundamentalist Islamic extremism. And
Do I think that was homophobic?
Yeah.
In the sense that he's saying that they need protection and they can't do it themselves?
Or just in any way?
I'm not. Well, one, I think that the statement is completely absurd. He wasn't a militant Muslim extremist from ISIS.
Emergency 911, this is Dr. Line, here reported. What?
I want to let you know I'm in Orlando, and I did the shooting.
What's your name?
My name is, I pledge allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi of the Islamic
Well, there you have it. People really didn't like The Apprentice. They really didn't like it. Really didn't like fake tanning. Really didn't like entrepreneurship. Really didn't like whistleblowers. Really didn't like standing against political corruption. You know, they like things to be simple, and they like things to be on the news, and they like things to just, you know, to understand things. There's some nice people out for a night. They're not protesting. Probably, you know, have to work tomorrow. Can't afford to go to a protest. They really don't like this tower, though, I gotta tell you. They really want to make a difference to this tower. Maybe it'd be better if there was a bong shop here. That'd be probably pretty good.
If you look at Bill Clinton, far worse, minor words, and his was action. His was what he's done to women. There's never been anybody in the history of politics in this nation that's been so abusive to women. So you can say any way you want to say it, but Bill Clinton was abusive to women. Hillary Clinton attacked those same women and attacked them viciously. 4 of them here tonight. One of the women, who is a wonderful woman, at 12 years old, was raped at 12. Her client, she represented, got him off, and she's seen laughing on 2 separate occasions, laughing at the girl who was raped. Kathy Shelton, that young woman, is here with us tonight. So don't tell me about words. I apologize for those words. But it is things that people say. But what President Clinton did, he was impeached. He lost his license to practice law. He had to pay an $850,000 fine to one of the women, Paula Jones, who's also here tonight. And I will tell you that when Hillary brings up a point like that, and she talks about words that I said 11 years ago, I think it's disgraceful, and I think she should be ashamed of herself, if you want to know the truth.
This fire was started. In fact, this young man, you were participating in the fire. What's your name?
My name's Connor, and I actually kind of started this fire.
So why'd you start that fire, Carter?
It's Connor.
Sorry, why'd you start that fire?
Because I felt like it, and because I'm just saying, screw our president.
Okay, well, there you have it.
Republicans better have something pretty special up their sleeve if they're going to try and beat what they did last time.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
Oh, that's fucking excellent. Oh, you fucked up so bad.
CNN journalist. Hello, any CNN journalist? Any CNN journalist? Any? Oh no, wait, you've all gone home because you're fucking liars and frauds. Where is the mainstream media right now? Look at this. Look at these M&M roads. The one thing I could find on Fox was their fucking ice cream. America, this should tell you something. What it tells me is that these people don't really want to tell you what's happening. However they explain it, whatever they tell you led to this victory. They have no clue. They don't know. What you gonna do?
Go ahead. Is
updates?
Yeah.
Pennsylvania was called for Donald Trump.
It's over. Okay. So there you go. Donald Trump, next president of the United States of America.
She's up in New Hampshire.
Have the national organizations called the election?
I haven't seen it.
I mean, he
Not
won
yet.
Pennsylvania. What the fuck are you guys waiting for? It's over. It's
Alaska could swing.
Yeah. It's over. Okay. Trump's empty podium is back. Well, now well deserved. That's the empty podium of the president-elect.
This is the country we live in.